Hi, this is Bill Keck, a longtime dog walker and pet sitter on Staten Island. This video is about Sage and Sammy, who were my longtime clients until their mommy moved to Washington, D.C. Sage was a female German Wirehaired Pointer. She was about 75 pounds and a very lovely dog. One of my all-time favorite dogs. Marcia, her mommy, was an elegant lady, and Sage was an elegant lady too, except that she liked to eat poop off the ground. But hey, we all have our little character flaws. Sage loved to walk far and fast, put a leash on her, and be ready to go. Sammy was a male Japanese chin with a lot of personality. Japanese chin are described as lap dogs and companion dogs, and Sammy was very good at both. I think that Sammy was Marcia's favorite. He was her little man. He loved treats. He didn't care too much for walking, though. German Wirehaired Pointers are hunting dogs. They are sometimes called November dogs, since they were bred to hunt in the cool late fall. Their scraggly hair was to protect them as they hunted through rough brush. Marcia liked Sage's scruffy look. So did I. Sage had a beard. She liked to lay across my lap with her paws in the air so I could rub her tummy. Sage loved tummy rubs. I had a gig for a while walking a young golden retriever far and fast to tire him. I got used to walking all my dogs far and fast. Sage didn't mind, but Sammy rebelled. He refused to walk with me for a while. I had to assure him that I would only take him out for short walks. I took him and Sage out for a very short walk around a local school. Short walks only. Sammy was satisfied that he got his message across to me. Short walks only. After the short walk, I took Sammy home, then walked Sage for a long, fast walk. Sage and Sammy were good companions for each other. Sage was protective of Sammy as though he were her puppy. They would roughhouse on the floor, and Sage was very careful not to hurt him. Sage was good with most dogs, but she got attacked by a pit bull once who tried to bite her ear off. After that, she didn't like pit bulls. Can't say I blame her. Sammy had so much character. He liked to get his fair share of attention, too, and treats. He loved treats and pets, but mostly treats. I used to pack the dogs up in my car and drive them to Von Brissen Park on Staten Island, not far from their home. It's a nice small park for walking dogs. Sage loved to walk the whole way to and from and around the park, but Sammy not so much. I had to drive him. One day I drove them to Fort Wadsworth, near Von Brissen Park. These pictures are from in front of the doors of Battery Weed in Fort Wadsworth. It was May 2007 and a hot day. One day Sage and I walked to the Staten Island War Dog Memorial located in Fort Wadsworth. You will note that Sammy is not with us. The memorial honors military working dogs from all branches of the military service: Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Coast Guard. I've heard that one military dog can protect 10,000 human soldiers. Marcia sometimes comes to visit from D.C. She brings the dogs with her, and I get to visit with them at Karen's house. This is me and the dogs hugging up at Karen's house in December 2013. I point out that the red hat is not a MAGA hat. It says APETS, A-P-E-T-S, which is the acronym for my pet sitting company, Alexandrian Pet Sitting, Exercising, and Training Service. APETS. Yes, I spelled pet sitting wrong. Get over it. The red hat is because I think red is a pretty color. I bought the orange hunting jacket from Kmart for $35. It was one of my all-time best buys. It was lightweight and warm in the winter. It could be run through a wash machine and dryer to clean it. I preferred the bright orange color since I often walk dogs at night. The bright orange color saved me from being run over by idiot drivers several times. I made a short video clip of Sage and Sammi back in 2010. I was using an old video camcorder that recorded in 720p analog. The dogs were at home at the top of the stairs waiting for their mommy, Marcia, to come home.
The doctors and just stay positive. Your mother is in the best place she can possibly
Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Hi, Sage. Hi, Sage. Hi, Sammi. There we go. Good doggies. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to take really good care of you, okay?
Woof, woof.
I knew this was going to be a weird day.
Sammi.
So she got up.
There he is. There they are.
She wasn't herself. Hasn't been for days. Can you give me an example? She dropped her coffee cup at breakfast this morning. I asked her what happened, and she answered me in some gibberish. What did she say? It didn't make any sense.
And
She just came over, I guess.
how do we do that? The German Wirehaired Pointer is described as affectionate, lively, determined, active, and intelligent. They are happiest and most well-behaved when they are part of their family and can spend time with their people. They were bred in Germany in the 1880s to be good all-around gun dogs, able to hunt any sort of game on any sort of terrain. They have a good nose and can track, point, and retrieve on both land or water. Loyal and playful, the German Wirehaired Pointer thrives on human companionship. Yup, that pretty much describes Sage. Different stories claim the Japanese Chin were given to Japanese royalty by either Korean royalty or Chinese royalty sometime before 1000 AD. In Japan, dogs are usually working dogs or helper dogs. The Japanese Chin is unique in that they are strictly companion dogs. They captured the hearts of Japanese royalty, and their ownership was restricted to Japanese royalty and nobles. Some stories suggest that Portuguese sailors introduced the breed to Europe in the 17th century. Other stories say that the first Japanese Chin were given as gifts by the Emperor of Japan to an American naval officer who introduced them to America or England in the 1850s. Japanese Chin are loyal and friendly. They make good therapy dogs. They will bark to alert of visitors or unusual circumstances. They can be trained to perform many tricks. Yup, that sounds like Sammi, and Sammi loves treats.